alive in this great turning. We shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning, we shall learn to lead in love. I think it's really beautiful what we're going to do now. If you would like to add to the cauldron, which you know the cauldron is an amazing symbol of nourishment, both physical and spiritual nourishment in the European tradition. So we've been working with the cauldron for many years. And if you would come forward and offer some words, a song, a short story, a gesture, in honor of something you've learned or you've been inspired by, or just something about Kaia over the years.
Well, we have this amazing love affair that we want to just make public. We were going to tell everybody. So, I get to be older.
Yes.
And that means that I am a few days, maybe a few years, but definitely it feels like a few lifetimes that we share. It doesn't feel like days or years or months. And there are times when we see things that we know no one else can see. And at the same time, everyone can see. So the work that we've done together to really know sisterhood, to know a kind of sisterhood that I think you probably, as both of us think about it, you probably wonder, well, how can that happen? Well, we are going to keep that a secret. And you get to be the one to figure out what happened. That this sisterhood could be what it is under amazing circumstances. So I know I wasn't supposed to bring a gift, so I didn't. I just brought a book that we will share.
Okay.
And it's called The Calendar of the Soul. And I just want to say, when from the depths of soul, the spirit turns to the life of worlds. And beauty wells from wide expanses. Does that sound familiar? Then out of heaven's distances streams life strength into human bodies, uniting by its mighty energy the spirit's being with our human life. And this goes on and on, day after day. And once again, it's not like a calendar that we all know, but the calendar of the soul is as you get to be where we are and where many of you are. I am so happy to see so many people who probably share the age stage with us. So
Right. Absolutely.
it's really powerful to be with you, and also a part of this kind of age stage that we're in, that we get to really bring the young ones up. And the thing that's starting to happen is that Kara, is finally able to hear me say she is Elder Kara. Yes? So this staging that happens really does come from the deepest corners of our soul. Not our spirit, not our mind, not the work we do, but from the soul, which really and truly is protected from all of those physical, bodily, worldly activities that we engage in. So I love you. I thank you very, very much. And I thank all of you for being here tonight. And this shall continue. Yes?
Indeed.
Really, I'm not that shy. But in the face of all these glorious people and all their weavings memories and connections that all of you have created with Kaia and all the mysterious concoctions that have been birthed in the process of this community. I feel pale, you know, but I feel so honored by the fact that when I first met Kaia, it was after I had come back from Guatemala. It was a pretty traumatic time, early 1980s. My life was in upheaval. I was sicker than a dog with hepatitis eventually. But out of that emergencies of life, I was introduced to Kaia, and that just soothed the pain and brought forth such joy to know I could have a community and friendship that would keep growing till I got old. I was pretty young then, pretty naive about all the challenges, but it feels like we're coming around again in the world in terms of war, in terms of challenges, but out of that came this beautiful experience. Kaia was there for me as I was birthing my daughter. That was a very important moment, and I'll never forget lying next to her in my bed at my home on Chicago Avenue as the window was opened and the car that was being worked on by the neighbor was roaring away, and somebody said, "Wait a minute, can you stop that? This woman is having a baby." But Kaia, that was just the start of it, really. The engine started roaring after that. Yes. And I'm just so thankful that I've had you and Bob in my life, in my daughter's life, Crystal, and now in my grandson's life, Everest. But also all the journeys we took all over the map,
Yes.
here and there, out east, protesting, down to the rivers to save the waters, all the things that we've
We
done.
surrounded the Pentagon, didn't we?
Oh, well, that one-
hoping that would take all its power away.
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen again. Anyway.
We were young enough to believe that.
Yeah. So anyway, I've said more than my share, but many of you have the stories, but I want to thank you so much for being an angel in my life, all the way, all the way.
My name's Josie. I met Elder Kaia and some of my ancestral group mates when we did our 6-month-ish European descendant reclamation kind of our ancestors. And I think in a lot of ways, like, that whole process and knowing you has changed my life in a lot of ways, just because of you gave me something to
Mic closer to your mouth.
sorry something to envision the future to be, and also what, like, model what an elder is. I feel like a lot of my ancestors have kind of forgotten, and so oh, I'm gonna cry, but
Okay. Crying's good.
Holy water.
yeah. Just like group, I guess. I was crying all the time, but anyway, I just want to thank you for existing and showing us all so much about how we can grow and take care of each other. Yeah. Yeah.
Stir up that pot, Josie.
Oh.
I'm also in a position of not exactly sure what I'm going to say, but just feeling moved to tell you just how much you've meant to me. And I was thinking about, like, when did I meet Kaia? I think I was 25. I think I was maybe expressing anger in some workshop or something, emotion.
Oh, right, yes.
And you came up to me and you like followed up with me and you saw something.
Put the mic closer.
Thanks. You saw something. I think it's that soul space that Bob was just talking about, and I've just been thinking about, like, wow, what a tender age 25 is to have someone like you, like, see me and take the time to actually be with me and mentor me. And I just feel that I wouldn't be who I am today without you. And I just love you so much, Kaia. Thank you so much for eldering. And I know I speak for so many other people who have been eldered by you, and I just wanted to say, like, thank you so much. During that in.
So many of you know that Kaia was a student of Joanna Macy's and a colleague and a friend. Co-learners together. And I wanted to share, and if you don't know, our dear Joanna died just 9-10 days ago. And but I wanted to share that 3 years ago, right here in this space, several of us were participating in what Kaia called her last hurrah, doing the Joanna Macy work. And we were really a group of people who wanted to become facilitators. So how many of us were here 3 years ago? There are several of us in the room right now. Yay! And I had the opportunity a year ago, and Kaia knows this because I've shared it with her, but on a webinar honoring Joanna, people were invited. There were several thousand on this webinar, but people were invited to share something with Joanna. And I was way down on the list. I had signed up, but I was way down on the list, and they got to a point and they said, we just have one more time for one more person. And I was like 10 or 11 down. And all of a sudden, this was on Zoom, all of a sudden, my face came up. It was like, and I hadn't planned to speak, but I knew I wanted to speak for Kaia. And I got to tell Joanna in a one-on-one that what Kaia started here, doing the work that reconnects, the active hope work here in the Twin Cities, was continuing.
Yes.
And that there's a group of us who are committed to keep it going. And every time we do a workshop, we facilitate a group, we hold you, Kaia. You hold us. It is reciprocal. And you are living with us and through us every day. Thank you. Stirring that in the pot.
Hey, hi everybody. Kaia, I'm so grateful that you're here and you've been a teacher of mine. And Kaia and I both have a love for the natural world. And yeah, you've taught me a lot. So I was a part of her training a couple years ago for the work that reconnects, and I still teach about the work that reconnects, and I've been bringing it to other naturalists in the field of environmental education, and that's because of Kaia, and especially because the first time I trained and learned about the work that reconnects, Kaia invited me to co-teach some things with her right away. I had no idea what I was doing, and I kind of flubbed it up sometimes, you know? I was supposed to learn these steps and do this dance, and I was supposed to lead this really long meditation, and I hadn't done any of this. Anyways, you were really, really gracious with me because I just want to jump in and do it, you know, and you let me do it. And I think you saw that fire, so thank you.
Yes.
And another thing is, you know, we're talking about like, oh, how, you know, Bodhisattva-like she is, but she's a fierce, badass bitch. You know what I mean? Come on, right? No, I'm being serious, because
Listen. Isn't that true though? She's ferocious, and like I'm thinking about I'm thinking about when Russia invaded Ukraine. Kaia invited us here, and we did some spiritual activism, and she persuaded all of us together. We went and we tried to think about the czars, the people that have the most influence on Putin, and how we might persuade them to intervene. And it was so badass. It was like something I didn't even think was possible. You know, to bring people together around that kind of common mission. So wow, when I think about you, I think about that, your spiritual warriorship, and just the example that you set, and this environmental work that you do in the world, and what a great mentor you are. So thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, it doesn't happen very often. I love it.
Okay, dear one, and I want to say that you are amongst the first wild women that I ever met. So you're part of the initial glad. Isn't that great? And it is about being a wild woman. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I love you on so many different levels. And we did teach a wild woman's ritual class.
Yeah, how to do ritual. Yeah.
That was so powerful. In fact, it was so powerful that we got a knock on the door, a really loud knock on the door, because we were drumming. And it was an office building, but the whole interior was wood, so that sound carried through the whole building. They said, "You have to stop, you're freaking us all out." So we were heard, definitely heard that class. And let's see. I just love your life, and how you've lived your life, and how you've shared it, and your gentleness and your beauty. And I'm going to take a non-Celtic word, but she is a bodhisattva in Buddhist words, like I have never seen before. Just such gentleness and goodness flows from you always. So, let's just all, I'm going to put this mic away because I want you to be loud. Let's just all ululate, I guess. We'll just have kind of a sound to lift you up. I'll start.
Microphone.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Well, happy birthday, dear Kaia. So I'm Janet Dellum, and I don't even know how, I'm sitting here, I have so much to say of the heart that sings songs in 1,000 lifetimes of joy with you. And I have known Kaia, I don't know, like 40 years. I first knew her in another incarnation when she was working at the U of M with what now called neurodivergent youth. And but then around the community, that you were someone that people lifted up. You were one of those people.
Janet.
Oh, you were one of those people that I had heard of as this special woman. And then I think as I was deepening my own spiritual practice and connection, I heard that you were teaching this mindfulness meditation class, one of the few that was offered at the time. I know centers were emerging, but I just think of you, Kaia, as this incredible woman that people are telling stories about, that have weaved that weave lifetimes of wisdom and caring and compassion that you bring into this lifetime for everybody. You know, I've had traumas and all kinds of things that you have nurtured me through, and now with your recent health journey, I'm glad to be able to give back some of that to you. And I just think the intersection of you as a spiritual being, an activist, a cultural elder, reclamation, and I also knew of you through my commitment and loyalty to the Cultural Wellness Center, and that you were on the Elder Council. And then just a little sidebar, I was department chair at St. Catherine University of a holistic health program that we were cooking up. You know, I organized a team to cook it up, and I knew I wanted this woman to teach in our graduate program, to teach this mindfulness class. And truly, Kaia, in this beautiful style of calmness, and said, I just can't see how we're teaching a practice. Can you just hear her now? We're teaching a practice of people of not being, and we're going to ask them to be graded for not learning how to not be. So, you know, academia, you know, any of you out there academics, you know, we just can't get around that system. But Kaia managed, so we managed to weave our way in and talk for many, many years of gratitude, and students still speak of you. So I honor you on this day of that you chose to come to this planet from wherever you were journeying, and honor all of us that you have blessed with our paths. You make each one of us feel like we're your best friend, you know? Well, so it's true. Thank you. And I just loved what Elder Atum read to you about the soul. Is she still here?
She had to leave.
Okay, I just respect that a lot. So I was stirred, the love, the activism, the spiritualness, your heart, your joy. I'll stir it all together in there.
Okay, my name is Bob. I'm usually told, oh, you're Kaia's partner. No, that's how I'm known. There's so many stories a partner can tell, but I'm going to tell one, which is kind of the origin story. Kaia and I went to Latin America in 1979 because of the Civil War and disruption going on. We decided we needed to learn more and travel throughout the area. We started out in Guatemala at a language school for 6 weeks, where the concept, as many of you know, is an immersion experience. So 6 hours of classes a day, live with a family, whether you know Spanish or not, and get along and learn. In this particular family, and it was not uncommon for even middle class or lower middle class families to have a maid. And the maid had a daughter. She was about 6 years old. And of course, children are often the best teachers of a foreign language. Just all kinds of patience, all kind of willingness to engage and play. And so we came to know this girl named Shani. And when we left, we realized, and have been told by our teachers, who were pretty political, that this girl, given her circumstances as a daughter of a maid, would get it to about 3rd grade, and after that, books and uniforms cost too much to continue. And we said no. There's a lot more going on here. So we made the offer through our teachers and to her mother that if you would let us, we'd be happy to put her through school as long as she wants to go. So that worked out. We started out sending letters back and forth by the mail system, which worked half the time, and then the private mail system, and then we had this thing called fax, which we could get down there, and then finally, of course, today. Anyway, this young woman went on all the way through, graduated from university as a social worker, had a career, started her own language school, and today she and her husband are the parents of an adopted daughter who was found at the edge of a field in rural Guatemala and taken in by someone and ended up in Shady and Otto's hands. That girl is about to enter university. The point is that Kaia has, even way back then, we didn't know if we were going to live together or not. And she has the ability to to see soul space. And it was in the recognition of Shani. We said to the teachers and to her mother, we may not live together, we may not be partners or not, but our commitment is to help Shani no matter what.
Now is the best time. And the biggest words I have to say is I'm honored to have met you and to know you. And blessed is the fruit of your mother's womb. That would be you. I never prayed for her. I prayed to her. That she could have peace, but no rest. You're one of the most sacred people I've met in my journey. And I have to go home now.
Thank you so much for coming. The goddess is right here. Oh, for you to come here tonight.
I'll see you again and again.
Yes, again and again.
We haven't seen the last of each other.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have to go home. I'm at home when I'm asleep.
Will you stay here so we can sing one song before you go? We're going to sing one song to the two of you, okay? Let's sing.
We behold you, beautiful ones. We behold you, child of the earth and the sun. Let our love wash over you. Let our love wash over you. We behold you, beautiful ones. We behold you, child of the earth and the sun. Let our love wash over you. Let our love wash over you.
One more time.
We behold you, beautiful ones. We behold you, child of the earth and the sun. Let our love wash over you. Let our love wash over you.
I pray for her mother. I don't pray for her, I pray to her. She can have peace, but no rest.
Yes.
Put your mother to work. She's very good. I have to go.
Oh, you blessed me so much by being able to come. Oh.
And keep dancing with the moon.
Yes. You taught me how to do that.
This keeps coming, and if something comes 3 times, you're supposed to say it. Bob inspired me to say this story too. When one of my children was 12, and that child is now 40, we were in a big crisis, and we hardly knew each other. Kaia and I hardly knew each other, but I was in crisis with one of my children. I was so afraid. I felt so isolated and alone. And I needed money. I needed money for a lawyer for my 12-year-old. And I didn't know anybody that had any money. I didn't even know if Kaia had any money. But I asked Kaia, I said, I need this much money for an attorney. And Kaia not only gave me the money, but she also found me an attorney. And
Jerry Peterson.
and I was just a young neighbor that she didn't know very well. We had just met. She had no idea if I'd pay her back. I think I did, but she had no idea. So that's some of the generosity, like in a very tangible way, generous. when a young mom needs something and she steps forward, and I know other neighbors that you've stepped forward for too in a very direct way. So here is this human being who is a bodhisattva for sure for the world, and teaching meditation and teaching ritual and doing all these big things, but in a very intimate friend, neighbor way, also helping someone who needed it. So I needed to tell that story too. Okay, all right. And I bet there's so many more stories here.
Kaia came to me and said, I'm told to start over, but I need my Norwegian piece inserted. I said, okay. So we had some really wonderful times together, and one of the rituals that we have in Norse culture is to say the prayers over the horn and to blow these horns into the 9 worlds, the 3 below, the 3 above, and the 3 in the middle. And so all of this horn has heard everything everyone said and has received all the thoughts that people have said and all the healing that everyone is pulling in and moving towards you. So I just want to blow those to the 9 worlds for you now.
Lord, your candle. Look at my candle. Yes. Okay.
The wind helped earlier.
Yes. Okay.
My root teacher, Joanna Macy, passed away just recently, and so I felt in the air bequeathing energy all over, because she was known around the globe, and I could feel that all her qualities that people loved were like seeds out there for everyone who loved her. And so I wanted to do a bequeathing with you all too. So I'd like you to think about, you know, what you appreciated in me if you spoke, or if you didn't speak, what it is that you have a quality that you've appreciated in me. And then, you know, who knows how long I'll be here. I'll probably be here a long time, but I do have some illnesses. But anyway, I wanted to say, think about a sunflower, and as it ripens and comes to its fullness, then when it's finished, all the seeds are released. And so I'd like you to think about whatever quality it is that you treasure in me, that quality, whenever I leave this form, will be released like a seed. And because it's a quality you cared about, you have the very fertile soil to grow it. And so it will come to you, and then you'll grow it, and of course it will be yours. And that's what we're all about. You know, we create each other, and that's just knowing that authoritarianism has been with us through the centuries. And now, with what we're facing, we finally, those of us here, people around the globe, we've got enough understanding of the globe. We have enough awareness of spirituality, free of some of the, you know, organized, more dogmatic, religious doctrines that we were maybe taught in the beginning. And so we've got this incredible opportunity to dissemble authoritarianism. And we will do it by each of us treasuring the vessel that our life is, honoring the life force that has come through us. It's different in each of us, of course. And so whatever it is for you, stepping into that, being the longing you have for love, and letting yourself live into that and know that as we each do that and we keep showing each other how it works, we'll keep on being taught and we will come forward with love and compassion as the way to dissemble authoritarianism. So we live in a frightening time, and also it's a wondrous time. And we're each here because we have that capacity to feel the love, to know, let our life, each lifetime is a vessel. That's one thing I've learned being elder and, having to deal with illness a little bit, is to look at the life I've lived and go, oh, what a vessel you are. What have you taught me about wounding, about love, and how I know them both because we're all in this together. We're related to everything, the elements, the other species. And so we come together and we create each other as we share our love. So whenever it is that I pass over and these seeds are released, whatever you've enjoyed in me, take them in and grow them in your own way. I'm just going to give you a moment to choose something that troubles you and kind of go to the base to find the love that's there, that's hurting you. It troubles you because it's not in a form that's good for the land, for other species, for the humans. And now, dear community, turn what you can see about how this could be into a blessing. Into a blessing. And decide where you think the future is. Maybe you think it's above you, maybe you think it's in front of you, behind you, all around you. Wherever you think the future is, that's where you're going to send this blessing, so that the future has got the possibility of what your love knows, and it can be formed that way. So we will just give you another moment, and then all together we'll send our blessings out. So your blessing can be a word, a phrase, it can be an image, it can be a gesture, whatever is your modality. Okay, so getting ready and knowing now that you're part of a community that knows how to bless the rest of the world. And so all together now, we're going to send our blessings to the future so that it's got many more possibilities to become what it will. And now we'll close the evening by sending blessings around this community. Just, inviting everyone to step into what they are of love and compassion. Step right into it. Live it. Be it.